Hi, I'm Bobby. I'm the founder of Plated Asia.
Hi, my name is Adeline. I'm the co-founder for Plated Asia. I think basically we wanted to create a platform that for people to sort of understand the different type of food, ingredients, cultures from around all the different countries in Asia. And I think with the whole modernization or fusion cuisines are coming up, we sort of want to take a step back and say, hey, this is the originality, the authenticity of all the different type of foods from Korea, Japan, Vietnamese, and we sort of want to educate people about how to cook this food the right way, the ingredients being used, and hopefully people will get more exposed with the different cuisines around Asia.
Especially we want to bring out the originality of how the food is being made, how the food is being prepped and all that. We want to actually put this knowledge into bite-sized content so that people can get benefit from. I'm a tech person. I've been doing tech for the past 15 to 20 years. So I shoot a lot of documentaries, I shoot a lot of interviews and whatnot. And I also have a passion for food. So I guess the fusion of tech, videography skills, and the passion for cooking leads me to do this. Plated Asia.
I think as for me, I was from the marketing and PR background, as well as events. I grew up with good food. Like my whole family is a bunch of foodies. For me, my contribution to Plated Asia would be in the business development. I envision Plated Asia to be a little bit more than just a recipe channel because we wanted to create a platform for foodies and home chefs. But when we put that into consideration with recipe videos, we wanted to provide more. So we wanted to be a food media where there's more entertainment value, there's more education value. We could highlight not just food in the end. It might, we might actually touch on cultures from different Asia countries. Definitely, we want to penetrate into other Asia countries. We wanted to sort of do reviews, let's say, or a food trip. It would be fun to sort of say like, hey, where to go for like the best street food in Vietnam, let's say. I think those are definitely in our pipeline because of how the market has shifted, the social media market, the audience. So we constantly are always brainstorming on new content, new entertainment content, new food content to just keep up with the market.
The obvious challenge of this thing is being how to compact a 4-hour preparations of a certain dish into a 2-minute video.
Everyone's attention span is getting shorter and shorter. And then Instagram Reel came up, TikTok came up, and it was all about less than 90 seconds. So we were having a problem on how do we compact,
cut, shrink, everything. Sometimes you need exactly about 2, 3, 4 hours to prep a dish, and we can only show like a good 60 seconds, 90 seconds of it. It's very hard to explain in such short period of time. So that's the obvious challenge that we have.
Especially we don't want to compromise the authenticity of the preparation of the food, because I think a lot of people don't know that when it comes to authentic dish, it actually has a lot of preparation and time, like time being used. I think that's the challenge.
Well, the hardest recipe that we've ever made here is nasi lemak. Because nasi lemak has a lot of ingredients from rice, like how much of ingredients that we put into to cook a good nasi lemak, the amount of ingredients we use in the rice itself, and then also with the other condiments like the fried anchovies, the fried peanuts, down to the sambal, and there's a lot of ingredients has been used to do sambals. But before we are able to cook sambal, we actually need to prepare all those ingredients. We need to toast them, we need to grind them in a pestle mortar, and then we cook literally 40 minutes just to cook that sambal. As with all these things together, the challenges will be the takes on the videography side, right? Everything is being cooked live. We cannot have NG, we cannot have spoiler, we cannot have bloopers in the shot because everything is cooked live. If I don't position the camera correctly, if the exposure is not done correctly, the shoot will be ruined, and I have to do that thing all over again from the beginning. Because while I'm shooting, while I was changing the settings of the camera, the food is being cooked. the anchovies has been fried. If like a 20-second delay, my anchovies will be overcooked. So that will be the challenges, and that will be the most difficult things to the task to achieve. The proudest dish that we have ever made is actually, we have a few. Like one of them being a salted egg yolk fried chicken wings. That one went viral. And the next one is actually a very traditional, very authentic kind of way of doing egg floss with prawn. That's a very traditional Chinese dish. I guess passion in cooking will brings me back to when I was a kid, watching television. There's this show called Yan Can Cook. That show was actually been shot in the US. It was like the very big cooking show, I think 30 years back. So I like to watch that show where he puts every single ingredient so fast, just put everything up together and a dish is complete. I was like, wow, can I even do that? So fast forward back in about around 10 years ago, when my parents, both of them are retired, and they aged and they don't cook very well. So I have to take over the kitchen. There was a time where I spent most of my time in the kitchen, trying to prep like what is good for dinner, what should I cook for today, tomorrow, and every single day. That's the time where I put more thoughts into making every dish as delicious as possible. So I guess that is where the passion kicks in. When you spend all the time prepping, chopping the ingredients, and the time they spend cooking, frying that thing, and you present and someone really appreciate, that's the time you know that, okay, this is my thing. I think why we choose DotAsia is because plated Asia. Asia is actually pretty self-explanatory. We want to introduce the colorful flavors of Asia to the world. So that's why we do not want to be so concentrated on just Malaysia. We already have our expansion in our pipeline where we want to cover every single corner in Southeast Asia. Hence, we get the DotAsia.